why not? Even if it's like 10, 15 minutes, it'll be something for the channel. Some people might enjoy that. Before I start, uh, some people in my previous videos in the comment sections asked me to release a account review, which I have done. So there's a video on my channel. It's quite long, um, so that might be a bad thing for some people. For those who like a quicker review, but it is quite in depth. So I talk about my experience with the game, my opinion of the characters, and such stuff, and I of course show off the builds, which I think for most people is what's important. So yeah, if you're interested, you can check it out. But otherwise, let's get straight into it. So we have Argenti and the TV's boss. I don't remember what's his name, academics or something. Let's read the buff here. When an enemy targets with steadfast safeguard, our weakness broken, this spell's control states for all allies. And allies immediately take action and recover skill points. Increase break damage taken by all enemy targets by 25 and Pepper Sprite skill damage taken by 15%. Okay, nothing really interesting here. And that's the same buff. What's study loss? Okay, nothing really special. So let's check what buffs are here. A break buff, a buff to just ignore defense for a hyper carry, and then skill points buff so we can run, for example, Argenti or not Argenti, I mean Archer, or in some cases I guess Deal, but I don't have him. I think we'll go with a Rappa team for this side, as it's also imaginary weak. And then what do we have here? We have some dot buffs, an erudition buff, and a Memo Sprite buff. I don't really want to run Memo Sprite team, like the Castries Evernight team, because I run it a lot. It gets quite boring. So I think this buff is a quite a reason to run a Herta team. So let's do that. Let's replace Firefly with Rappa. Nice, and Herta here. Great. Let me quickly check if the relics are all in place. Yep, and Triby has that's great. Yep, everything looks nice. Then let's try it. The third stage, third difficulty is usually no problem. The fourth one is of course where the increased difficulty is noticeable. But we'll see, maybe both of these teams will deal with enemies easily. What I like about the Rappa Break team is that they have no problems with skill points, because for the Firefly team you often suffer from that not having enough, which is a bit sad. But in this case we can actually spend the skill points, especially with Talia. Okay, do I want to skill here? I think I do actually. Let's do that then. I can also use Talia's ultimate. Nice, great, okay. And we can summon. Yeah, I think we'll use Lynx's ult after Talia's ult. I mean, after the bunny's turn. And for now, we will just use basic skill with Rappa. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. But it shouldn't be too bad. I wonder if on the higher difficulty the what I call it, if the Tuftus bar is bigger. I have a small suspicion that it should be, but I'm not sure. So far, it seems to be quite easy. No real point in using the skill here, because the bunny takes... But we can't speed up enough to overtake Klingsha, so let's just go with basic there. Okay, nice. And I think with Thalia's ult, Rappa will break, maybe even kill Argenti. And I must say, the fact that the Argenti is already 50% down without even breaking his break bar is just insane. Yeah, the Thalia has been an amazing addition to the break team. Okay, wow. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, let's see how the Herta team does. What I find quite interesting about this boss in Apocalyptic Shadow is it's designed differently than the versions of this boss we encounter in other modes. Uh, because in other modes this is a break focus boss. It wants you to break the spot after spars of the minions. And that will switch them into other modes. Or like in some simpler versions, you just need to hit the what I call it, like the smaller enemies or like the individual enemies. Apocalyptic Shadow version wants you to actually hit them a certain number of times. Which is fine in our case, but the start is going to be quite hard because we have two enemy TVs taking turns, right, one after another. So I don't think we're going to get Herta's ult anytime soon, but maybe we can get Creepy's ultimate before then. I doubt it really. Yeah, sadly, no. Oh well, it's not too bad. I suspect we're going to have to... Oh, actually, now that I remember that this bot gives us skill points back, I think it will be okay. Let's use a basic here, then a basic on Heist, and then ult on Triby. I think that's probably better. Right. Great. We can advance here too, instantly. And she even gets the attack bonus from the big guy. Okay, so far so good. I think this attack might actually even kill the boss. Hopefully. Let's see. Well, if not kill it, we'll definitely get like 20% HP or something. Or maybe I'm just overestimating things. Well, it's not too bad. Let's not worry about that still. Everything is good. We'll get another Herta ult, which is what our priority is. We can advance everyone with the Dance and Stance. Nice. Not a great kill. It's right, I guess. The good thing is that we are going to actually kill the boss before using this basic, skill. Okay, so I think we are going to... Yeah, let's just hit this guy, so we can focus on advancing us, because Herta will hit everyone, and we can use Hyacinth's basic on this guy, then ult, and ult should kill, hit everyone that's advancing us, where this small TV minion. Okay, nice. And this might actually be enough to give us another Herta ult. Well, after her turn, which should probably be enough to or at least break it. Okay. We get here. No reason to use 3-piece ult. For now, I think we'll do this. Oh, I got scared it wouldn't break and pressed the ult, which was kind of a waste, but it's not too bad. We're still probably going to kill it in this, what should I call it? In this instant. We get enough here to charge and stuff, so it should be fine. Okay, this should give us an ult back, and we are done here. Not too bad, but of course it is like the easier version of the boss, so I think our changing won't be a problem. This boss might give us a little trouble. I feel like our changing will be quite easy. Okay, nice. And let's go back. Was there a buff? For every unit on the enemy side of the field, aside from boss barrage, all enemies receive less damage, and deal more damage, and nothing too bad. And here, oh, okay, we don't really care about that. I don't feel like this attack happens often. If I'm understanding right, that should be the ultimate attack of that enemy, which is annoying, but it's pretty slow, and I don't think that the speed boost is going to be quite enough to hold us back, or I mean hold us back. Okay, we don't really care about the damage. It's even better when he damages us, because then Lingshan can actually break some toughness more efficiently. Okay, so we would like to first kill some of the summons so we can unlock our changes and weakness break. Let's hope that Dale and Fuyuan can do that. I'm not sure they can actually. You know what? Let's hold. The sooner we break a shanty, the better. Let's just focus on breaking the smaller things here. Oh, that doesn't kill. Oh, that's annoying. Let's just hit this thing. Maybe it dies. Great. Our shanty is unlocked. We can use Dahlia's ult. Nice, great. Then I guess let's just ult here. Apply a weakness, damage buff. Not sure what it's called. Vulnerability buff, debuff. Skill here. Fuchs ult, because I'm not sure if Rappa can actually break. Oh yeah, she can't. But Dahlia can. Nice. Fuchs ult was definitely not for nothing. Yep, this Argenti is definitely much harder to actually kill. And we got, we don't have Rappa's ult, which is really annoying. I think we'll save that. Oh my god. I'm so sad that Dahlia actually doesn't give any energy back to Rappa. That's such a disappointment. But I guess they needed to make Firefly stronger than other breakers. You know, Hoya is very preferential in their treatment of a lot of characters. I think we kind of have to use our skill here, a bit our ult. Because otherwise it's just going to restore his weakness and we are kind of, you know, we won't be in a good position if that happens. Okay, now we just need to quickly break everything. That's not too bad. Let's help break this thing. skill here. Nice. We do that, we do that. Hopefully Dahlia's skill kills some of them. It doesn't. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, nice. Now we can actually use Dahlia's ult. Fuchs skill, Fuchs ult. Linksha's skill and ult. And that should break our chains, I hope. Though it might be better to actually let... Yeah, I think it would be better if you let Rappa take a turn. That one, so we can get the maximum advance from the buff. Not sure what to call it. Okay, let's remember to ult after Fuyan's turn. Nice. Ult here, then basic on that on Dahlia. Actually, I mean, basic or skill doesn't really matter here, I guess. Yeah, I think what we are going to do is I kind of need this weakness break, sadly. We have to kill this bull shield. Basic here. Then skill with Rappa. The kill from the shield should give us enough energy for her ult. I hope. Well, we got the energy from the weakness break, okay. And I think we should be done here. We should be able to kill him before his next turn, hopefully. But yeah, it's really noticeable how much harder this is compared to the third stage. Is there even point to buffing Rappa? I don't think she will deal enough damage. You know what? Let's just buff Constance. I think she'll deal more damage here than other characters. Yeah, she's dealing 100,000 damage from her skill, 360 from her ult. Okay, we can just basic here. Yeah, nice. I think it was the right decision. Not too bad, not as good as I would have liked. But I mean, it's still above the threshold of 1300. I mean, as long as you get like 1600 on one side, it doesn't really matter. If you go as low as 1000 on the other, you know, the final goal is collective 6600. So, okay, let's start this side. I expect many more troubles here, to be honest. Okay, we save our ult. So 3B gets your follow-up here, and Jade gets your charge. Great, sadly we lose a lot of energy because of the TVs. At least some of the energy will be given back by the flame for our attack. Okay. Great, thank you very much. I think I will save my ult, tribute ult. Although, should I? No, I think I should. I think it will be better. I mean, action value is like the ultimate play here. That's what actually matters. Nice, okay. Let's quickly get our ult, Herta ult. Let's use Jade's ult so we can get an attack buff from the big TV monster, from the TV dinosaur. Sadly, we waste a lot of creepy ult charge, but it's not too bad. Great, we can advance everyone again. Great. So basic skill on Herta alt. Hopefully we can kill the boss before it revives back. And in case I'm not really worried about the completion because I can always use the remembrance team on this side. It's kind of like a cheat code, so to speak. So you know, it's not too bad. Okay, let's go with the basic then. Trippy ult. We waited until the end of Jade's turn so we could gain a maximum amount of action at once there. Basic here. We need to skill on Trippy sadly. Low. Nice. Skill, old skill. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to break the kill. The dinosaur before it wakes up, which is a bit sad. Yeah, this team isn't putting in the work I expected it to put in. Oh, damn. And we lost a Hyacinth's buff. How much energy does she have? Oh, it might be enough to restore the ult, I hope. Just barely not enough. Well, that's fine. We get a Jade, a follow-up note here, which gives us more energy for Herta, which means we get closer to killing the boss. I mean, obviously. Okay. And if this guy wakes up first, then he will charge Hyacinth's ult. And that's nice. But maybe we can kill it. Oh, just barely enough. That's alright. Let's quickly use a basic here. Then on Hyacinth's turn we'll activate the ult so we don't really waste any... what should I call it? Any ult points. Not really sure. And our goal right now is to... well, if I hit it with my basic attack, then ult, that's 3 charges. Then I can advance everyone with 3B. I don't think it'll be enough. But we'll also gain an advance from this guy. It might be barely enough actually. Let's see. The robot guy, I mean the bodyguard guy. Yeah, no, not enough. Disappointing. Well, it's not too bad. Let's do this. Nice, that's right. I think I will wait for Herta's turn. I would rather use her skill than just like try to save energy. Even though her skill doesn't give too much, it's still like some damage, you know, and some weakness break. Sadly, her skill here doesn't really do much, so we kind of wasted it anyway. But you know, it's not too bad. Great. I think we'll do... what I think we'll do is use a basic here, then Jade ult, then Creepy ult. Or, yeah, I think we'll save Creepy's ult for after. Or you know what, no, I don't think we'll actually save it. I think we'll get enough energy for the next Creepy ult before the end of our advanced turns. Okay, at least we will be pretty close. Here I think... no, I need to use my basic because Jade will need to use her basic and Herta will need to use 2 skill points. I mean, it's barely enough if I use my skill. How much energy do I have? Oh, not enough, so it doesn't really make any difference at all. Yeah, let's just go with basic here. Nice. And let's just hope that we can actually kill the boss before it wakes up. Okay, nice. Here we need to use a skill on Creepy again. I'm still not sure. Perhaps it's actually better to use the skill on Hyacinth because she attacks quite often. It feels like Creepy attacks more in the end, but I'm not I'm still not certain about that. Okay, this might get us 3 results, but really, we have tried to follow up that Ika's attack. Ah, just barely enough. But we can advance Herta, that's nice. So far, it seems we are doing pretty well in the terms of killing it. Especially if we can manage to get another Herta turn. That'd be great. We just grunt. I don't think he'll be able to do that though. Yeah, sadly not. Oh, if he had something again to like. Uh, oh wait though. If we use our skill, we might be able to get an ult here. Oh, wow. That's lucky. That's very unlucky. Damn. Like just barely close. I think if I at one point just used my skill there instead of basic on Tribute, that might have like saved me this revive. But sadly I wasted it. You know, what can you do? Okay, I think we'll use a trade ult here. This will give us a follow-up and rebuild as well, so we activate the attack bonus from the middle boss. Then we can just focus on killing the enemy. Yeah, I'm not sure if we even will break it before we kill it. Yeah, probably. I think we'll get a result from the 3B attack. Yeah, and it's just that 1400, not too bad. At some point I thought it would be like 1600, 1500, but you know, not too bad. Considering like my teams and the characters, I don't think that's bad. But I'm kind of happy with the Rappa team. It's playing out really nice. I still think I would like to get her E1 because just I feel like it'll play out much better. It kind of fixes her interchanges, but otherwise I'm really happy with the Dahlia and how she's working out. Let me just quickly check 11 days of the better until we get more banners. I already forgot what was coming after that. I remember Sunday and Aglaya in the last phase. No clue what the next phase is. Like actually no idea. Wow. Well, I don't think I really care about the second phase, so that tracks. In any case, thank you for watching. I hope you managed to fall asleep. And if yes, I'm really happy then. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment of what you would like to watch. Maybe any specific Honkai content, maybe content for some other games. Maybe something more IRL like drawing videos, or I thought about making like some manga reviews of my like favorite mangas, you know, stuff like that. Maybe the same for books or games, you know, that's some type of stuff. I'm not really against any type of ASMR. I guess the only thing I wouldn't do is roleplay. Not because I'm personally against it. I like it. I just don't think I could do it. But otherwise, you know, if you want anything, please leave a message. I'm not sure if there's like a way to personally contact an YouTube channel. If there isn't like direct messages, then right there I might see that. I'm not sure if that even exists, but you know, I'm not too versed in the creation side, so who knows. In any case, thank you, and I will see you next time.